and offers help in the coming campaign. The Illinois governor received a promise of support yesterday from Mississippi that there were indications that South Carolina Democrats would find it acceptable. Both Mississippi and South Carolina equally bolted the Democratic Party in 1948 because of differences over the civil rights legislation.
An Australian commuter trapped. Look at this. His leg.
The monthly meeting of the Iredell County School Board was postponed from today to next Wednesday because of lack of quorum. Dr. David S. Jenkins, school superintendent, said today chief items of differences on next week's agenda discussion of the proposed government grant of $2,029,368 towards construction of two county schools and the lack of church personnel for the fall session. The former president of the Bradenville State Hospital Board of Governors think that Governor McKeldin ought to share the blame for the recent rush of escapes at the institution. Leo Female said yesterday that the last conditions at Grantsville have been existed since McKeldin and Dr. Clifford C. Perkins, State Commissioner of Mental Health, have been in office. The governor warned that Perkins on Monday that the breakouts must stop or else McKeldin himself will take a hand. There have been 41 escapees from the hospital since the beginning of the year, 5 of them since last Sunday. 3 out of 5, 2 men and 1 woman, are still at large, according to Edgewater Police. The 2 men who remain in good escape on Sunday night are Clarence Brown, 31, and Charles Smith, 23. Brown was convicted of second-degree murder in a 1939 shooting and wounded a policeman in a gunfight at the time of his capture, both are from Baltimore. The woman, Mary Elizabeth Campbell, 20, escaped Monday night and has not been found. Her starter's Baltimore home is being watched. According to police, the Baltimore, her sister lives in is under watch. Mill told McKeldin and Dr. Perkins were on more than one occasion made aware of the seriousness of the condition existing at Crownsville.
New York. Getting on the next train. Dan, thank you. And when we come back here, what First Lady Michelle Obama said to another First Lady today, was it a clip?
Walter Corbett, an employee of Gilbert's Drugstore, did some quick thinking on Monday afternoon and saved the lives of 5 persons he still cannot identify. Enjoying the night on the board it is built near the Severn River Bridge, Mr. Corbett, accompanied by friend William Dillons of 182 South Street, saw a small rowboat kept preceded by choppy waters and its 5 occupants thrown overboard. I started my motor right away and raced to the spot. We were afraid they'd go down before we could reach them. When we got down there, he continued, 4 men and a baby were struggling for their lives when 1 man hung on the side of the boat and told us he couldn't swim. We were told and they just hold on. Washington, Evening Star reported today that Army engineers working with a vacuum bell in the laboratory have reduced atmospheric phenomena with may explain the widespread reports of the flying saucers. In a covered story by W.H. Shippen, the Star said the experiment created airborne objects which can speed up, however, definitely disappear and reappear in a flash. The man-made saucers are occasionally found in the formation. Moreover, they are believed to have been substance enough to show up on the screen or radar designed to track them. A Baltimore woman and a child were in Aaron General Hospital today as a result of injuries received in 2 traffic accidents in Annapolis. Charles Richard Clark, 9, son of Leonard Clark of 104 Monticello Avenue, was hurt yesterday in an accident on West Street at Madison Place and Southgate Avenue. An hospital official said he received multiple bruises and sprains. Bruises had a scalp and concussion. Patrolman City Hearst said that young Clark was crossing the West Street and walked by the front of the parked automobile into the automobile being driven towards West Street by SIH 750 of Fredericksburg, Virginia, has been taken to the hospital to the city ambulance and remained for observation.
Yes, please.
Federal funds totaling about $2.392.3 million have been allocated to Anderson County for the continuation and construction of schools at Marley Park and Brickland Park, subject to final submission of plans and contractual approval. Representative Lansdale G. Sesser, Democrat of 5th of Maryland, stated that the money had been allocated by the Office of Education by the Federal Security Agency under Public Law for construction of school facilities to local educational agencies overburdened by the result of the federal activities. Here. Baltimore's Traffic Commission has under consideration today for a proposal to use of the 4 discarded Chesapeake Bay ferries for service across Baltimore Harbor. Acting Mayor Alfred B. Press made the proposal as way of alleviating heavy traffic and then the south end of the city point of the arrival for the cars crossing the new Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Press acting as Mayor while Thompson son was in Ocean City called for traffic survey to determine that such ferry service could be self-supporting. He made it clear that the proposal was a temporary measure and not a substitute for the proposed tunnel under the harbor, which is expected to go in construction sometime during 1953. It was suggested, however, that Press ferry proposal was not feasible because of the high cost of the building terminals for the boats. Public Works Director Paul L. Holland gave his reference made at the figure of $400,000 for construction of terminals. Washington Ellis Arnold, who may resign today as press stabilizer, predicts constant and steady press rises in the months ahead and may have a special session of the Congress may have to be called for a halt in inflation, and on today where President Truman, during which he planned to discuss his resignation as head of the Office of Price Stabilization and other things. The former Georgia governor was particularly gloomy over the prospects of a sharp increases in food prices. He said in a television newscast last night that the food costs rose more rapidly than last month and than any comparable period in the nation's history, and further increase in the side because of other widespread drought and an inadequate price control law and other factors. Here.
She's looking forward to in a couple of years. And
the orange car body spotted here Monday night was and a flying saucer was a meteor. That's the opinion turned in today by Buffy Thurl, a 10-year-old Annapolis Elementary School 5th grader who speaks normally evaluates meteors and constellations and flying saucers. I was outside setting the stars on Monday night, recalls Buffalo, son of Mrs. Betty J. Thurl, 13 on Bloomsbury Square, and I saw something that flashed across the sky. It seemed to become in the constellation Cygnus and the Northern Cross. It acted like a meteor, but not a flying saucer, because I've seen flying saucers before, and Buffy patiently proceeded to explain the differences between these two heavenly phenomena.
right there, really what's being called the largest closet in America.
In news base there in Washington, Abel Harriman had a talk with President Truman today, preliminary to a visit with Governor Adlai Stevenson, the Democratic presidential nominee. In Los Angeles, found guilty of plotting to advocate violent over for the governor in California. 14 California communist leaders in that state are back to court today to an effort to reverse their conviction. Honolulu, Foreign Minister of Australia, New Zealand, and the United States today headed into talks on foreign ministers on information about military staff for the ANZUS Mutual Defense Pact. Jackson, Mississippi, former Lieutenant Governor Sam Lumpkin and about 500 misplaced state rights. Democrats have forged machinery for their hope to carry the state. Republican presidential nominee died Eisenhower on November 4th.
Just like you would at home. And we have comfy seats you want to sit in, and fireplaces you want to sit on.
All of the weather after this commercial break here on the Esso Reporter. Here.
Which they do every single day. Panera Bread.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative, especially when it's Miralax. It hydrates, eases, and softens to unlock your system naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
You may see yourself using artificial tears often, but what you don't see might hurt you. Even close up, you won't see the kind of inflammation that reduces tear production, which can be caused by a disease called chronic dry eye. This calls for prescription treatment, Restasis cyclosporin ophthalmic emulsion. With continued use, twice a day, every day, Restasis helps increase...
Sears Roebuck, it's a national home appliance sale. Go to Sears for a national home appliance sale in your local paper.
Increased tear production.
In the advertisements here.
Inflammatory eye drops or tear...
Okay, now on to the weather here on this Wednesday evening. There are congregations at...
your eye or other surfaces. The most common side effect is a temporary burning sensation. Ask your eye doctor about Restasis.
I think Tyler said don't taste it, eat first, or my freaking heartburn. Can't see, zero heartburn.
Promise FOTC, the #1 doctor-recommended freaking heartburn medicine for 9 straight years. 1 pill each morning, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Our congregations at Baltimore Friendship Airport at approaching the 7 o'clock hour at 6 o'clock. Reports we have 80 degrees at temperature with a heated XA4, humidity 74%, 2.71 degrees, and visibly 29.97 inches, visibly 8 miles, winds south-southwest, about 5 indications, overcast skies. There. And our congregations around the region, it's 80 out in Fort Meade and out in Martin and in Aberdeen, 74 up in Wilmington, Delaware, thunderstorms in the area. Dover's got 83 degrees in Delaware, 82 in Salisbury, Maryland. Easton's got 82 in Maryland, 80 in Annapolis, and A1 in Washington, D.C. National Airport, A2 in Andrews, A1 in Fairfax, A5 in Fredericton, A5 in Hurricane and Clouds, and rain showers and few storms in the northwestern Virginia, northwestern Virginia. And it's gonna breeze past through for the Baltimore, D.C. area in the next 2 hours. In the next half an hour, it's gonna stay from now until 9 o'clock here. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast around the nation today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms reported today in southern New England and middle United States. Occasional rain found in the extreme northern coastal sections of the Pacific Northwest and the river was cooler in the central and eastern lake region, with little change in temperature elsewhere in the nation so far. Forecast for today. Tonight will go like this. Mostly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Low 66 to 72 degrees on Thursday. Cloudy and warm and humid. The thunderstorms likely highs will be about.
Isn't fast enough.
This is taking way too long.
Now, some McDonald's in
80.
Florida serving up a fast food fantasy.
Your drive-through food
to 85 degrees. And that is going to be it for Esso put it on this August 6th, 1952 on Wednesday. I'm Peter. Have a good night, and I'll see you later this evening. Have a good evening. Good night.